Welcome back to the show. What a phenomenal gentleman, Goodwill Maloko, talking to us about enticing little kids into an environment where we teach them about the potentials that they have as far as economics and business and that is concerned from the age of 8. So I think it's a good idea to actually go out there and get that book. The name of the book is called Abiola. Talking about good things, there's always times for us to be able to do good things for people and good deeds and help out in many directions. And this morning we're speaking to Phetetso Nchaupe from Aryan Benevolent Home. And they're going to be talking to us about what goes into running a safe haven for abandoned children. And the fundraiser at the Aryan Benevolent Home in Lenasia. Let me just tell you a little bit more about it. The home is situated in Falcon Street, Lenasia. It is a home for orphans, abandoned and vulnerable children between the ages from 4 to 18. This beautiful home was established in 1921 in Durban and has a branch at Lenasia. And they're going to be talking to us about the center and the phenomenal work that they'll be doing. A very good morning, should we say, to you for that. So thank you so much for joining me on the show this morning. I think to be able to educate people about the importance of giving back and what it is that you have been doing to change the lives of, should we say, people that are in spaces of having no family. A very good morning to you.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Talk to us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Oh, my name is Phetetso Nchaupe. I'm doing public relations and fundraising at Aryan Benevolent in Lenasia. I've been in social services for the past 13 years, working with orphans and vulnerable children.
And I'm sure it's a very, very fulfilling one.
Yes, it is. It is so nice to work with these children. However, it is so challenging too because we meet different personalities on a daily basis.
I'm sure. I mean, every kid is different, as you say. But talk to us about the home itself. I mean, you've been doing such phenomenal work there as far as these orphan children are concerned. And it's so nice to see that there's a safe place for them to be at, but also getting many benefits in many directions. So talk us through the types of social work that you're doing there and what the center means for you.
Okay, ma'am. As you have already mentioned, that Aryan Benevolent Home started in 1921. It was initially formed in Chatsworth in Durban. Then in 1989, it escalated to Gauteng. That's where the need was identified that there is a high rate of child neglect in Lenasia, caused by drug abuse and domestic violence and other social issues. So our main objectives as Aryan Benevolent Home is to offer therapeutic intervention to those orphans and vulnerable kids. We offer support, we offer counseling so that they can cope. We also offer educational support. We offer medical care. We offer the most important programs, which are psychosocial programs, so that children can cope with their well-being based on the past experience they had on which is affecting their well-being. We also do awareness campaigns about issues affecting every children in Gauteng South in Lenasia.
Phetetso, it's interesting that you bring up the concept of understanding each child. I think that's very important because it's one thing to put them in a home and the other to determine the types of challenges they face, because each child's situation, I would say, is very different. And from determining that, you are then, of course, helping them overcome those particular challenges, and creating better individuals. So they understand that what they went through is not one of the easiest things, but you're trying to create that holistic child where they become better people and they learn to overcome that and move forward from those things that have held them back in life.
Yes, yes, we are trying to. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm listening to you.
Okay, then we are trying to build this innocent souls based on what they have experienced on the social issues that affected their life. So giving them a residential care is one of the things that is very important in their life, so that they can be able to stand on their feet again and be able to value themselves as human beings again, forgetting the background that they have.
Yes, I think that's a very important fact is for them to understand. And I think a lot of the times what happens is individuals that go through difficult situations like what these kids have been through feel as though they don't have any value in society. And it's having to also integrate them back into society as holistic individuals, as I was saying earlier. So I think that's the idea of what needs to be done, because when you feel like you don't have value, people's confidence levels are low. The types of ways in which they communicate, they don't have any confidence levels as such. And you find that these people go out into society, sort of, should we say, with a negative kind of connotation.
Pardon, ma'am, can you please repeat the question again?
Sure. As I was saying, a lot of the times you find that these people, where you were saying you teach them that their value and their worth is important.
Yes.
I think is the right way to go. It's imperative, because what it does, it makes them understand that they can integrate themselves into society as better people by understanding that. I think a lot of the times, many people, not just these kinds of people, don't realize that their value is what's stripping them from actually moving themselves forward in life. And once they realize their worth is when they start realizing their potentials in turn.
Yes. And with the programs that we are running, the psychological programs that we are running, we are trying to build them. We run the programs, and these children are responding very well in these programs. And if we experience children who are not responding well on our psychosocial programs, we refer them for long-term psychological assessment, because we want these kids tomorrow, when they leave the space, they can value themselves. The children's court only placed them for a period of 2 years. That's where we need to do our big work, because we need to run these programs and we need to run the reunification programs. You will find that some kids are only vulnerable and they can be reunited with their families. So during the period of 2 years, we run this reunification program between the children and their families, so that in the near future, they can go back to their families and don't stay in a children's home forever.
Right. So it's actually giving them a second chance at life. But stay with us. We're going to be back with you in a moment.
Okay, thank you.
The blessings of charity are the ideal means to avoid calamity and despair. The Al Imdad Foundation gives you the opportunity to sponsor a share in a borehole in South Africa for just 1,000 rand and provide what the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, called the best form of charity. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Looking to get your kick? Kiki's have now reopened on 235 Matthews Maiwa Road in Durban. Head on over for the Taste with Kick. We offer something scrumptious for everyone in the family. Wraps, chicken tikka, burgers, tender grills, mocktails, milkshakes, and so much more. Corporate and events catering available. Visit our social media pages for more info or call 031 209 0119. Kiki's, the Taste with Kick.
The two major dams for the Eastern Cape's biggest metro, Nelson Mandela Bay, are running dry with no major rain forecast. The city of Port Elizabeth is facing an unprecedented water crisis, home to an estimated 1.3 million people. The Al Fida Foundation needs your support to deliver water to impoverished areas. Support our water drive and help us raise monies for water delivery vehicles to ensure water distribution in areas of critical need. Donate your lilla to the Al Fida Foundation. Visit our website at www.alfida.co.za or contact us at 041 484 1288.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
From the townships of South Africa, the refugee camps in Syria, or orphanages in Yemen, the eyes of the needy speak volumes with just one glare. We know what it's like to be at ground zero, with food essentials, clothing and blankets, fresh water portal trucks, and even on-site navigators. We use every cent to better their tomorrow. Become part of our journey to bring relief to all. Go to www.ashrafulaid.org or call us on 011-809-8181. Ashraful Aid, under the auspices of Maulana Suhail Wadi.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media.
Welcome back, and we're in conversation with Phetetso from the Aryan Benevolent Home in Lenasia, talking to us about the important types of works that they're doing for the kids out there between the ages of 4 to 18. Phetetso, before we left, we were talking about the importance of creating these holistic individuals, and they're making them understand the value that they have in themselves so that they can go out being better people. And, as we know, when you're the type of person that looks at yourself in a negative connotation, it has many effects on you as an individual. Whereas I think that Aryan Home is doing some brilliant work by turning the negativity that they've gone through and turning them into, should we say, positive individuals that go out there and look at themselves in a different way. And I think mindset is the most important thing.
Yes, ma'am. When the children are placed in children's homes, they normally do not understand why. They ask themselves, why are we staying at Aryan Benevolent Home? So through the educational programs that we are giving these children, through the therapy that we are running to these children, they understand the situation that brought them to the residential care. They understand to know that it's not their fault. They are in this current situation, and the current situation that they are facing, it's not permanent. It's not permanent in their lives. Actually, the educational programs that we are running, they are very helpful in this kids' well-being.
Right. So talk us through it. What is it that that you're doing for them to be able to create that? Should we say? I know one thing for sure is that you create that very homely environment firstly for them. But from an education point of view, what is it that you're doing for them so that when they go out there, they see things in a different way?
On the educational level, we're giving them a very big support because we are a home based in Gauteng. So we're not only focusing on admitting children from, we're not focusing only admitting from children from Lenasia. We admit children from the broader Gauteng. So the first thing that we do is to place these children at schools, whether it's during the year, whether it's towards the end of the year. We make sure that these kids, they get their education, because we believe that education is a very important thing on these children. It's one of their rights. They need to get education, whether being from what family background or any negativity. No, these children, they need education. So we have also vocational programs that we are running. Our home currently is facing a challenge of also admitting children who do not have identity documents, who do not have birth certificates.
Right.
So our main focus is to involve these children to vocational programs so that they can get skills. So that when they leave Aryan Benevolent Home, they must have something that will feed them. So we have vocational programs such as plumbing. We refer them to their schools around Lenasia. We are working very closely with us, where they do carpentry, where they do hairdressing, where they do cooking and baking, where they do plumbing. So these are the programs that we are also offering these kids. And the matriculants, we also try to apply for them on the university so that they can get further education, and we also apply NSFAS for them.
I think
so
that's
that they
phenomenal
can further
because
their studies.
yeah, I think that's phenomenal because the thing is, it just doesn't stop there. You're trying to get them that necessary tertiary education. So in many directions, I would say on a whole level, you're actually empowering and uplifting them in many directions. I want to commend you on the type of work that you're doing as far as that is concerned. How would people, of course, get a hold of you and try and support you? Because, as we know, the Aryan Benevolent Home is a nonprofit organization, depending on funds. Of course, you are receiving funds from the Department of Social Development, but it's also help from the private donors that are going to help you reach out to more children than you normally do on an everyday level. And I think that's what's important. People need to understand that, if they support you, they're literally supporting the word empowerment and sustainability.
Yes, ma'am. In order to run these services to the children, Aryan Benevolent Home as a non-profit organization is in need of donations. Yes, we do receive funding from Department of Social Development, but the funding is limited. It can only cater the basic needs of these children concerned. And currently, COVID-19 has impacted negatively to the fundraising events of the organization.
Sure.
So yes, the organization is really in need of donations. Any donation that will benefit the children concerned. So we are based in 25 Falcon Street in Lenasia, Extension 1. Our landline number is 011-854-6864. Our website is www.adh.co.za, and on Facebook is Aryan Benevolent Home Council. And my email address is jhb@adh.co.za to get more information and more clarities about ADH.
Yes, I think that's very important because I think people are going to understand the value attached to what you're doing by actually going onto your websites and having a look at the different types of education and upskilling and empowerment that you are doing for these children, so that they can support you in many directions. What do you think the most important thing is that our viewers need to know this morning?
Our viewers need to know that Aryan Benevolent Home is a residential care. We are protecting these children. We are caring for them. We are giving them the best life that they can. We share all the love that they deserve.
You know what? I love that smile.
Why?
You said it with so much of love and compassion. And just when I said that, it's like your face lit up for that. So as if to say you found your purpose in life. And I think that's so amazing. Have you?
Yes,
Have you found your purpose?
It's so enjoyable, ma'am, to work with these children. It's so enjoyable, and it's something that, even when you are at home, you feel that I miss my kids. And by the time you're not talking about these biological kids, you're talking about kids at every age. It's so amazing to work with these children.
I'm sure that fulfillment that you get and the contentment knowing that you've done something so special for these kids, as you were saying, you take them like your own. Well, how does it make you feel at the end of the day? Because I can see that fulfillment, that smile, that compassion spoke out already the minute I just brought it up.
Okay, let me share a bit of my history with you, ma'am. I'm a qualified administrator. I have a diploma in administration. Then I started working for a certain organization, a Child Welfare South Africa. That's where I think I gained my passion for working with children. So then I decided, you know what, this is actually interesting to work with this channel. So throughout my career, I tried to work with other departments, but now it was like something. I'm short of something. Then I decided, you know what, children. My passion relies on children. So
Well,
yeah.
From myself and the team, we're very proud of what you're doing. It's nice from the Salam Media team. We want to commend you, congratulate you, and of course the Aryan Benevolent Home staff for going that extra mile and making those children feel as though they have a home away from home. And of course, educating them and directing them in the right way so that they go out there being better individuals. And I think that's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm hoping that all our viewers that are listening today start supporting you in some way or the other. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to join us and, of course, educate us about something as important as this.
Thank you very much, Nessa.
And all the best for the future. You do take care of yourself. From myself and the team, all the best.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Phetetso Nchaupe definitely giving us some really, really beneficial information about the Aryan Benevolent Home in Lenasia, doing many, should we say, beneficial things for orphans from the age of 8 onwards, from 4 to 18. I think it's important for us to have a look at that one and go out and try and, of course, help them in many ways. That's what it's about. It's all about giving. Stay with us. We'll be back with you in a moment.